So we're very fortunate today to have introduced our speaker, Congressman Mo Brooks of Alabama's 5th Sectional District, which covers Huntsville and Madison. So please join me for a warm welcome for Congressman. Thank
you. Before I introduce Todd, I'm not sure all of you are aware, but I infer that many of you are aware. The Marshall Space Flight Center family had a tragic accident yesterday. One of the employees whose attention, for whatever reason, was properly diverted, maybe thinking about work or what have you, inadvertently left their 7-month-old child in the car. And unfortunately, the child did not survive the heat, being kept in the car while he was working. So if we could, let's have a moment of silence for the Marshall Space Flight Center family generally, and this family in particular as they struggle with their loss. Thank you. I'm pleased to join you all today and welcome Marshall Space Flight Center Director Todd May to Washington. Huntsville, Alabama's Marshall Space Flight Center, as many of you know, is one of NASA's largest field installations with nearly 6,000 civil service and contract employees. Director May, a native Alabamian, kudos, roll tide, started his career with NASA at Marshall's Material and Process Lab in 1991, a year after he earned his bachelor's degree in materials engineering from Auburn University, War Eagle. And I'm entitled to do both. I have a University of Alabama degree in addition to my Duke University degree, and I have 2 sons who have Auburn University engineering degrees. So unlike many politicians who just say that to say that, I have background at the University of Alabama with my wife also graduating from there, and as is so often the case, our money went to Auburn. Todd manages an annual budget of roughly $2.5 billion, which provides a stellar return on investment of taxpayer dollars as it results in an economic impact of around $7 billion and nearly 38,000 jobs across the country. Marshall is home to the Space Launch System, or SLS, the most powerful rocket ever, able to carry astronauts in the Orion spacecraft on deep space missions, including to an asteroid, and ultimately, we hope, on a journey to Mars. SLS is also a nationwide effort with more than 1,100 companies in 43 states supporting SLS and America's aerospace infrastructure. Marshall is leading the development of what is truly America's rocket. The SLS program celebrates success after success. Just last month, NASA conducted a successful 422nd long test of the SLS reconfigured RS-25 engine down at Stennis Space Center in Mississippi. In June, we celebrated the successful final test of the SLS's solid rocket booster in Utah, and currently, large amounts of SLS and Orion hardware are coming off the line at Marshall's Machute Assembly in New Orleans. It's easy to brag about Marshall and SLS, and Todd's leadership is a continuation of the visions of his predecessors, including those of Marshall's first director, Dr. Werner von Braun. Director May's many awards include NASA's Exceptional Achievement Medal, the Presidential Rank Award of Meritorious Executive, NASA's Outstanding Leadership Medal, and the John W. Hager Award for Professionalism in Materials Engineering. He has also been named a Distinguished Engineer by Auburn University. Todd and his wife, Kelly, have 4 children and reside in Huntsville. And as an aside, we also have 4 kids. May you be blessed through the 8 grandchildren we have. All of them live in Madison County, Huntsville and the city of Madison. Before turning it over to Director May, I'd like to close with some words from the visionary in whose footsteps he follows. In the words of Dr. von Braun, the greatest gain in space travel consists in the extension of our knowledge. In 100 years, this newly won knowledge will pay huge and unexpected dividends. And those of us who are personally familiar with NASA and what it has done and the spin-offs, we have a good understanding of what those benefits are. I pray that we'll do somewhat a better job of helping the American people. understand the technological advancements that are due to the space program. Director May, thank you and the many individuals whose hard work contributes to America's space leadership. If every bright idea were a star, Todd May's Marshall Space Flight Center would be a galaxy. You and your team make Alabama, and indeed the country, very proud. Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall Space Flight Center Director, Todd May.